So Kelly, this was recent too. So Kelly, he was struggling, not making many threes. And what Miami had him doing was basically being a three-point shooter. Kelly, if you know Kelly, is so much more than a three-point shooter. He's versatile. He's a playmaker. He can play point guard before he hit a big-time growth spurt at Gonzaga. So he's got a lot of tools, but he was just shooting threes because that's what the offense had in store for him. And he was missing bad. Like going 1 for 8, 1 for 7, 0 for. And all he would do in that week of practice, and he would shoot thousands of three-pointers. He would shoot a ton of them. So thinking that, he's putting his identity in becoming a three-point shooter. So when he misses them in the game, as all of you guys have done before and I've done before too, you feel like you have no value. You feel like you've let your team down. You feel like your one thing, your identity that you're doing, doesn't mean anything, right? You guys felt that way before? And he was feeling that way. He was feeling down. He's like, David, man, I shoot all these threes in practice, and then when I get in the game, I'll miss them. So the thing wasn't, Kelly, you need to become a better three-point shooter. It's a very good three-point shooter. It's not going to change in a couple of days. It was separating himself from his identity of being a three-point shooter. So we went in, we looked at all his numbers and all his video and just how well he was doing, like his per assist per touch. Like he was great playmaking on the pick and roll dive. Defending, he was defending 1 through 5, defending like all ball screens, being able to switch ball screens, pushing the tempo in transition. The pace of the game actually increased when he came in. Like his energy was so infectious when he came in, the pace increased. So he was going from basically playing like 8-9 minutes a game because he would just miss threes, to now he was putting in his identity not in the three-point shooting, but he was putting in his identity into everything that he was, everything around him. And now he's starting for the Heat. He's been playing really well because he took himself away from that identity of only thinking he's a three-point shooter. And if he had a bad game shooting threes, that was going to be the detriment of him, to putting himself to everything that he was. And some of it took to, when I was down there in Miami with him, we watched this video on him that the Heat did that showed his whole childhood, and where he came from, and Camp Loose and him out shooting hoops when he was younger, and this chain link fence in the freezing cold. And he got excited by that. Like, he remembered why it was so fun. Because basketball had become a job for him right there. But he remembered why it was so fun. And that's the mindset shift that I like to say, the younger you. Write down the younger you. Because think about the younger you. Think about the goals, the dreams, the ambitions you had when you were young. And maybe it was be an astronaut or something like that. But it just pumped you up, right? You were really excited about it. And that's how he got his excitement, by being the younger you. Not putting that burden on him that everybody else's expectations, everybody else has put his identity in. Because everybody's going to put some type of identity into you, and you're going to think you have to live up to it. But when you separate yourself, that you don't worry about what that identity is, that's when you can fully free yourself.